Some people might be confused between simple interest and also compound interest. So let's see how can we differentiate these two types of interest easily. By default, if the question didn't mention anything, we assume it is based on simple interest payment. However, if you see the keyword of compound or also exponential, it actually means compound interest payment. How do we do this is we just have to identify if it is a simple or compound interest in the beginning, and later on we just have to identify what are the respective p value, r value and also t value to be substituted. What is PRT? So just to recap, our P is our principal amount, which is our original amount. R is your interest rate, but you need to make sure that your interest rate has to be converted into a decimal place so that it can be calculated properly. T is the number of years that you are going to put your investment into. So the main difference between simple interest and compound interest is their formula, first thing. So simple interest, the formula is using PRT. Compound interest, the formula is using P bracket 1 plus R to the power T. So I believe everyone should have known these two formulas. However, some people, they do not know what is the difference between these two formulas. PRT under simple interest, if you apply this formula, you only will get the interest amount. You only will get the interest amount. So that if the question asks you to find what is the final value under simple interest, you will have to use your formula that will give you the interest plus back your original principal amount so that you can get the final investment value. However, if you look at the compound interest using this formula, P bracket 1 plus R to the power T, this will give you the final total amount, which includes interest and also principal amount. So that under compound interest question, if they only ask you to find interest, you will have to use your final total amount to minus off your original principal so that you can get back the interest only amount. So let's look at the question so that you can understand easily. So let's see our first question. Scott invests $500 for 7 years at a rate of 1.5% at a year, simple interest. Calculate the value of his investment at the end of 7 years. So in this case, because the keyword is already written there for you, which is undergoing a simple interest, so we are going to use the formula of PRT. So in this case, my P is principal amount, which is 500, and then we need to multiply with our rate, which is a 1.5%. However, we need to convert this into a decimal place, so we will move the decimal point 2 digits to the front, so we will be getting 0.015 multiplied by the time, which is for investment of 7 years. So if I use the calculator to calculate this, I should be getting around 52.5. So bear in mind that this is only giving you the interest payment only, because under PRT formula they only provide you the interest, but the question actually asks for the value of his investment at the end of 7 years, which means they actually want to find the total amount at the end. So investment value has to be equals to my original interest payment, which is 52.5, plus back my original principal amount, which is 500. Therefore, my final investment value should be 552.50. This will be my final investment amount. So therefore, let's look at question number 2. Roland invests 12,000 in an account that pays compound interest. So in this case, we are having a question that is related to a compound interest payment at a rate of 2.2% per year. Calculate the value of his investment at the end of 6 years. So because this is a compound interest, you see the keyword here, so we are going to use the formula of P bracket 1 plus R to the power of T. So again, we just have to substitute the proper values for the respective unknown. P is our principal amount, which is 12, so we will is 12,000, so we are going to put in 12,000 for the P, and then 1 plus our R value is 2.2%. 2.2%, if I convert it into numbers, it will be 0.022. And then to the power of time, we are going to invest this for 6 years, so T equals to 6. So if I press this using my calculator, or let me simplify this first. So I will be getting 1.022 to the power 6. So if I press the calculator, I should be getting the value of 13,673.72. So bear in mind that this will be giving us the final amount. Basically, this amount is actually interest plus the principal amount already, which means this is the total value at the end. But the question asks, what is the value of his investment? Therefore, this is our already the answer, because this is already inclusive of interest and also principal. But at the end, the question asks us to give our answer correct to the nearest dollars. So we need to do one more step, which is to convert this into a whole number. So my final amount should be 13674 because I round the 7 up. So therefore, this will be my final answer.